Rogers and Associates Insurance, Phillips County Convention and Visitors Bureau, Ron Juneman at Family Eye Care, Amber Wave, American Family Insurance, Farmers National Bank, Phillips County Health Systems, Blossoms and Butterflies, Phillipsburg Chamber and Main Street, Trinity Ag LLC. And now, here's Tad Feltz.
And good morning and welcome to a Tadpoll for another Thursday morning. It's been cool, well, cold, and we're going to be talking with Ken and Cliff a little bit about something special. Groundhog Day today, the 2nd of February. We're going to talk about the groundhog, and Punxsutawney Phil did see his shadow. We're going to talk about that a little bit. Also, we'll have on with us Angie Wells, the Phillipsburg Chamber of Commerce, and also the Convention and Visitors Bureau. Then Anna Schremmer is going to come on and tell us how to decorate Hanson. Hanson going to have their Valentine cookie decoration class, and we'll find out how to do that. I probably won't. But we'll either one of you very good at decorating Valentine cookies? No. Okay, before we talk with Ken and Cliff, I just want to mention this, what it says here. It says, it's official. We will have a longer winter, according to America's beloved groundhog meteorologist. Punxsutawney Phil rose from his burrow this morning and saw his shadow in Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania, in front of a large Groundhog Day crowd as the nation anxiously waited to see what he would predict. And of course, they've got bad weather back there right now, all kinds of ice and everything. But anyway, so Punxsutawney Phil did get up, and he did see a shadow, so that's 6 more weeks. I don't know how accurate that is. I never kept track. And I was actually there one time. I was coming back from Canada and New England with my wife, and I said, we always came back on down the New York Jersey Turnpike and took 70 back to Phillipsburg. Let's go the other way, so we picked up 40, and it goes north of Punxsutawney. And we drove off, I don't know how many, 30 or 40 miles, went down and saw where all the, that's a big deal, Punxsutawney. Okay, so in honor of Phil seeing his shadow every year, you have something special today, Greg. Ken or Cliff, who wants to start off? Ken, you want to start off? Or
I can.
Okay.
This Sunday, we're sponsoring a groundhog feed, which the Legion's done for a lot of years. So we even looked it up. Started back in 1949 or 1950. Wow. Yeah. And what we're going to be serving from 11 to 1, and we'll serve pancakes, sausage, sauerkraut, and ice cream.
Oh, wow.
From 11 to 1.
That's a fundraiser for the Legion, right?
Right. And that money is used for upkeep of our facility over there and different activities that we sponsor. Yeah. We sponsor 4 scholarships each year for $250 each.
Is that Thunder Ridge?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and I think anybody that wants to apply, they prefer in the area.
Sure, right. Okay. Wow.
But we also sponsor 1 up to 2 individuals that would go to Boy State. That runs about $300 apiece. Wow. So, we do a lot of different things.
Boy State's a great program.
Yeah. And we sponsor that.
I had a chance to go way back when I was in school.
Wow.
In Garden City. I went down and spent 2 or 3 days in Topeka and everything.
Okay.
That's great. That's a great program for boys.
Okay.
Okay, so do you going to have the big turntable for your pancakes?
Yep. That's kind of a gimme.
Oh yeah. What's the story? We told it before. Do you know the story behind the table, the pancake turn, how that all developed?
Ken would probably know more about it.
It's made by the fire department. They have it. And I think Law Allen was responsible for building it.
And every time I have someone talking about it, I said, like, I'd have $1 for every pancake that's come off of that, too.
Be pretty rich.
Okay, so what else does the American Legion get involved in?
Well, we, like you say, we do bingo every Wednesday night.
Okay.
for the community. Anybody can come over.
When is that? From when to when?
Okay, our doors open up at 6 o'clock, and we start calling numbers at 7. And we call about 20 some odd games a night.
Wow. And how does that work? You give prizes or money?
Well, the money we bring in, we give back.
Sure.
Pretty much. As much as we can, and that's for money.
And that's a great facility to have over there. I've been over there many times. There's always every winter before Christmas, you always had something too. You still have that?
Yes.
There, okay. And my son would come home. They both come home. We'd always have to come over there, and the food was really outstanding.
Auxiliary does an awesome job.
Yeah, right.
We have a very strong auxiliary.
And we have the auxiliary member here. Janice is here with us this morning. She's got her auxiliary specialty.
Yeah.
Okay. So, do you want to talk about your service a little bit, either one of you? Okay, when were you, Ken, when were you in the service?
63 to 69.
Okay.
Navy.
And who'd you serve? What branch did you serve in?
Navy.
Navy? What was anything you remember special about being in the Navy?
I spent 3 years in Rhodes, Spain.
Oh, really? Wow. Were you on a ship?
I was on a floating dry dock.
Oh, floating dry dock. Okay. So you work on the ships. You can take the dry dock to where the ship needs to be worked on. Is that kind of how that works? Okay. Okay. And
we attached to a Polaris submarine.
okay. Wow.
We dry dock submarines.
Did you work on any big ships?
No, I didn't. I personally didn't work on the ship.
Okay. All right.
I joined the Navy right out of high school, from 69 to 73.
Wow.
And I was stationed in Norfolk, Virginia for 4 years.
That's
on
a big naval station.
Yeah, the world's largest.
Yeah.
And I was on a submarine tender.
Oh,
We
wow.
worked on the submarines alongside. So that's basically where I spent my time. I was boiler tech down in the boiler rooms. And
What's it like? Did you spend much time down in a submarine?
No, we could, my ship could moor, 8 different submarines alongside at one time.
Wow. Okay.
And although my 4 years, I only got on a submarine twice.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Now were they the nuclear?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
We were just phasing out the diesels at the time, and we spent all our time on nuclear subs.
Oh, wow. It's
an experience.
So they bring me in to be serviced and everything?
Yeah.
Okay.
My ship supplied all of the. It was a repair ship. We were basically a floating city.
Okay.
We could machine any part they wanted. We supplied them with fresh water. We supplied them with all supplies and everything they needed.
Wow. And then you came back, and both of you came back to Agreville. Did you graduate from Eastern Heights?
I did.
Eastern Heights too. Okay. So then they went together with Thunder Ridge and everything that consolidated. Anything else you want to share about?
Well, one thing with
Sure, yeah, go ahead.
Well, I was going to say that the Legion does sponsor the Boy Scouts, the Cub Scouts and Boy Scouts over there. They've been doing it for several years.
Wow,
Had
sure.
good success with that. And the Legion, the auxiliary, does a tremendous job with wreaths across America. That we do every December. We put wreaths out on all the veterans' graves that we can over in Agra Cemetery and West Cedar.
Wow.
We'd like to see that to expand even into Phillipsburg if we can.
Have you ever, either one of you ever been involved in the flights back to
No.
Washington? Have you ever want to do that? Would you want to do that?
No.
That's a great program.
Yes,
too.
it is.
It really is to get those
Yep.
back to see what Bob Dole was responsible for fixing
Right.
the World War II memorial there. Have you either one of you ever been to Washington? Had
Yes.
a chance to see it?
I went there 2 years ago with my grandkids.
Okay, you went to see the wall, the Vietnam
Yep,
Wall too.
yep, all over Arlington.
I'll say
It was worth it.
it's a great place to be,
Yep.
and it's amazing all the things they have. Okay, one more time now. You might tell when, where, and
Okay.
what are you having
This Sunday, February 5th, from 11 to 1 at the Legion building over there in Agra.
Just come in the main street and go
Yep.
north and
Yep.
to your left.
You'll have to probably come in the side door by then because we've had some damage to the front door.
Really?
So,
Okay.
so
Is it free will offering? Or
yes, free will offering.
Wow.
So bring whatever.
Sauerkraut? You got sauerkraut?
Yes, yes, it's an acquired taste, but yes, we do have sauerkraut.
We have to have sauerkraut.
Yes, we have sauerkraut. We would hear about it if we didn't.
I love sauerkraut.
Oh, I do too, but I don't know about
I love
pancakes.
sauerkraut. My wife did not like sauerkraut.
Oh, I love sauerkraut.
Even though she grew up in Hayes, which you'd think she would like sauerkraut. But I wanted me if I wanted to eat sauerkraut at my house, I had to go out on the porch
Oh,
and eat it. I could not open it. I could not even open it in
Really?
the kitchen. I had to go out of the porch and eat my sauerkraut.
I like it too.
Yeah, very good. Okay, so anything else you want to share? Just to everyone, just come and help with the fundraiser, have a
Right.
good time. I
Right.
think besides the good food, and what I think these bring out the fact that you have a chance to see other people and really have a good conversation with
Right,
them. You know.
right.
I think that's
And it's being on Sunday, a lot of churches get out and they
Sure.
bring their congregations over, and yeah, we get to meet a lot of people.
Okay, all right.
It's fun.
okay. Very good. Well, thank you for all you do. It's
thank
very
you.
important and everything. And the bingo. Do you have quite a few people still come to bingo? Or
COVID kind of bit us a little bit, but
sure.
we're coming back.
okay.
We had-
COVID been everywhere.
Yeah,
You know.
we had almost 40
Sure,
this week,
sure.
so
Okay.
that's a good number.
Okay, very good. Do you have it at the end? Did you have a blackout?
Yeah.
Okay, that's always a thing.
Yeah, we still have it.
Oh, yeah, that's always filled up. Okay, thanks for coming.
Well,
both
thank you,
Ken and
Tad.
Cliff. We appreciate it. And we'll take a break and come back and talk with Angie Wells about some things going on also around the area after this break.
Okay.
In our area, ranching and farming are more than just jobs. They represent family traditions and a way of life. They are an essential part of our community. At First National Bank and Trust, community is what matters most. From agriculture to education, we support those who make our community one to be proud of and a place to call home. First National Bank and Trust, where community matters most.
We're here for you.
Farmers and Ranchers Outlet is a locally owned and operated business in Phillipsburg, Kansas. As farmers and ranchers ourselves, we continually put our products to the test. We provide a variety of products including roping supplies, horse tack, mineral blocks and feed, healthcare items for your animals, and of course, we have all the apparel you need to get the job done and look good while you're doing it. Stop by our store on Highway 183 or shop with us online at farmersranchersoutlet.com.
The experienced and professional team at Coombs Trucking takes pride in providing the most efficient and reliable service to our customers. From hauling to towing, our fleet of quality trucks and drivers continue to deliver safely and on time. Our team is also proud to support your team. We're here for our Little Leaguers, area high school teams, and more. Coombs Trucking enjoys giving back to the community that has been so important to us for over 50 years.
We all make bad choices. Your insurance carrier doesn't have to be one of them. Make a choice you won't regret. The foremost choice.
Are you wrestling with your financial situation? Let First National Bank and Trust help you take down the stress that comes with managing your money. First National Bank and Trust is here for our area athletes, here for our farmers, here for our business owners, here for our families, and
We're here for you.
In our area, ranching and farming are more than just jobs. They represent family traditions and a way of life. They are an essential part of our community. At First National Bank and Trust, community is what matters most. From agriculture to education, we support those who make our community one to be proud of and a place to call home. First National Bank and Trust, where community matters most.
We're here for you.
Hello, the Tadpoll this morning. Angie Wells is joining us. We're going to talk about a lot of things. And did you know that the groundhog saw his shadow
I
today?
heard. I talked to my grandkids about that this morning, taking them to school. And I said, okay, so I had a question. Maybe you can answer this. So we have 6 more weeks of winter, but if the groundhog doesn't see his shadow, then we have 6 weeks until spring. Isn't that the same thing?
I think so. I don't
Okay.
know. I've got it on here. I can find it if I just a second here. I saw it on here.
About Phil?
Yeah,
Seeing
about
his shadow,
Phil.
yep,
About Phil.
yep.
About seeing here.
But then I heard Chuck didn't see a shadow.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
I don't know.
It says here, this year marks the third straight year that groundhog spotted his shadow, something that he often has done he started doing that in 1887.
Wow.
And I've talked to a lot of
1887.
meteorologists, and they don't put much stock in what Phil does. But I saw in there somewhere that what you can have and what it does. But of course, you can never find it when you want to find it.
Right.
But yeah, well, I thought spring came early, I think, or something. But it's still 6 weeks.
I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't. That's what I always thought. So.
The Ides of March. Anyway, okay, what are we going to talk about?
Well, what do you want to talk about?
Okay.
Because at Phillipsburg Chamber Main Street and CVB, we have this Saturday, we have our annual banquet.
Right.
And so very excited about that and about the individuals that got nominated, the Business of the Year, the organization.
Can you remember them all?
Yeah. Okay.
We have time.
Yeah,
if you want to mention who's the different award. You haven't announced it yet.
No.
Okay, that comes out.
We do not announce the awards or the winners until that night. They don't know. So the individuals was Shirley Mendoza, Stephen Seams, Howard King. I don't want to forget anybody.
Yeah, that's right.
Howard King. Kim, do you remember? I sent it out.
Ruby?
No, Ruby was for Business of the Year, the Fort Bissell.
Okay.
I'm sorry, you put me on the spot. I should have brought the. I should
have told you I was going to ask you that. That's my fault.
But like Business of the Year, Dana Graham, American Family. There was the Fort Bissell Museum, First National Bank and Trust, and. Oh my goodness. Oh, the Phillips County Hospital.
Okay.
And if I forget you, I'm so sorry. I will make sure I announce everything on Saturday or next time I'm here. We'll go over this.
Okay.
Organizations was Ministerial Alliance, the Farmers Market. Oh, individual was Deb Weisar.
Okay.
She was one of them.
Right, I
And
remember
then,
that.
just have to think.
Yeah.
So, organization, Quilts of Honor, Farmers Market, Ministerial Alliance, and there was one more. Who was it, Tad?
I read it, I really, but
My goodness.
And Deb was because of, I think she came over to the farmer's market.
Well, but she does a lot of other
Okay,
stuff
sure.
too. So she does a lot
I
of
guess that's
stuff.
where I got to know her because I had her on.
Yeah, she's very, very busy woman. So
Okay.
anyway, but we want to thank everyone that nominated somebody and the nominations, and we couldn't do the things that we do in town without these people, these volunteers, the organizations, the Business of the Year, all that. I mean, they're just wonderful, wonderful things, and we just want to show our support at our banquet. And we have that starts at 5:30, the social hour. We'd have people RSVP because we have a meal catered in. Then Tammy has made a slideshow showing what we have done through the year, so that's a lot of fun. And just, it's just good entertainment.
I know we had reservations had to be in. Are you still taking anything, or you've got?
Yeah, we've had a few people cancel, so I have a few meals that if
Okay.
somebody wants to come, just go ahead and call the office and
Okay.
I'll put you down. So we're having country style ribs or barbecue chicken is the
okay,
main
okay.
things, and then cherry cheesecake for dessert. Yum.
That's
and then we
just-
have our scholarship winners. And already I can announce that was Taryn Sides. And yeah, Taryn Sides won that. Sorry, Taryn. But Taryn Sides won first place, and then McKenna Russum won second place, so they get to read what the difference is between big city and small town.
That's a great idea. I'd
So
love to hear what
yes,
they say.
I think that's really neat. So they get to read that, and then we have the awards, and then we have a tabletop. We have an auction, and we auction off tabletoppers. And the money this year is going to the Majestic Theater.
Okay. Wow.
So we're really excited about that, hoping that we can make some money for the Majestic Theater.
So they keep things going there, and of course, I like the marquee. We helped the Community Foundation help with the marquee. That's really helped.
Yes.
So if I want to see what's showing, I just drive real slow, and see what's coming up and all that kind of thing.
The movie this weekend is going to be hilarious.
Yes.
Have you seen that? Do you know what it is?
Is that the 80 about Brady?
Yes.
80 on
Yes,
Brady.
and those women are so much fun. They're really cool to
Wow.
watch. So I think it's going to be a great movie.
That's on 2 weeks, I think. It's going to be showing for 2
Is
weeks.
it 2 weeks?
I think
Yes.
it's 2 weeks. I think it's for 2 weeks. Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
So I know it's on this week for sure.
Yep,
Okay, yeah.
yep.
They
And then
do.
this weekend's just going to be busy because we have the
Oh.
banquet, and then there's wrestling tonight, wrestling Friday, Friday, wrestling Saturday here in Phillipsburg, Friday and Saturday. And so there's lots of stuff to do, and then we have the banquet, and then Sunday they have the pancake thing and Agra, and that's exciting. And those gentlemen that were just here, I mean, thank them. You want to thank them for their service
sure.
and for
Right, yeah.
doing that kind of stuff. And I can't imagine being on a submarine.
No,
Can
I
you
can't-
imagine
no,
that?
I was on one as a where was I? At one of these parks they have on the ocean.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I know where it was. I think they have the Nautilus right next to the Enterprise aircraft carrier in the harbor, the west side of Manhattan. And we went down in there.
Oh really?
Down in there. No, I'm not claustrophobic, but I think I would be after 3 weeks. I
Oh
think so,
yeah. And how big are they? I mean,
They're big.
I'm sure they're big. So bigger than a football field?
Probably,
sure.
Some
Yeah.
of them are.
Probably. Does anybody know? They're bigger?
I bet
Probably?
they are.
I bet they are.
Yeah.
I bet
Some
they're
of them-
huge.
Some of these nuclear ones, with the missiles and all that. Okay, so. All right. Wow.
But,
okay.
yeah.
So, okay. So now, what else is happening?
Still taking membership. Did you have a check for me?
Yep.
You do?
Yeah.
All right, awesome. So, taking membership.
Well, that's putting me on the spot.
That's
isn't it?
right. That's well, you told me you had a check
I
for
know.
me.
Well,
so.
I've got it down, and I've got it down in my billfold.
Okay. All right. Still taking membership. Just we have our whole calendar scheduled. We have events and different things like that. Tammy makes up the tabletoppers, which is so
That is
helpful.
great. I get more hints on guests. I wouldn't have known about the groundhog
Oh yeah.
if I hadn't seen it in this, and a lot of other things. Well, Valentine cookies. I saw that in here. I've got Anna's going to come on and talk about how.
Well, great. Yes.
She didn't bring any though for me to.
Oh, Anna, we needed some cookies this morning.
And,
But yeah, that's been amazing. And the more it's free to list these things on here.
Sure.
So if people would let us know, we can
Yes.
add them to the
Right.
calendar and let them know. And then over here on the ads, we charge $20 for the business card ad, and that just helps us pay for these and pays for our time and just different things like that. And plus, it gives them some recognition of what's going on. But we have the photography class, the Prairie Chickens.
Yeah.
They say that's amazing. We also have this weekend, Saturday morning, we have our 10 people that are going to come and do the free barn quilt class.
Okay, what are they going to do with that? What do they just learn how to?
They learn how to paint the barn quilts by Sandy Preuss, and then they're donated, or we use them on the planters, and they're auctioned off.
Oh,
And
okay.
so it's just a good way. We have 3 coming back that did it last year that are making them on their own. They're added into the planter designs this year,
Sure.
not coming to the class because they already know.
Sure.
they learned how to do it, and so it's just a way to get people, just like how Anna does it. She gets people to come to her class, and then hopefully they carry that on, and then they can do things on their own.
Do people use their own imagination on how, because you never see the same barn quilt. It's always different. It's always a lot of originality in it.
You know, they are the same, but you can paint it different, so it doesn't look the same.
Okay.
So you can have the same pattern.
Oh, I didn't know.
But it's going to look totally different.
Because the different colors, you mean?
The different colors, the different
Well, I didn't know that.
way, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's amazing.
Well,
It is amazing.
I thought each one did their own thing, but they do have a pattern to follow, and then they use their own. They can use their own imagination.
Own colors, own different borders, different things like that.
Okay,
so yeah,
wow.
it's really neat.
And I hear a lot of comment about in the summertime on the planters. You know, I hear a lot of that about people going through. And so, that's a neat idea.
Yes, and then there are big ones
Then your
that
big
are on the
ones.
square, and a lot of people like them, and so we're doing good, Phillipsburg.
Okay.
So,
What else?
yes.
What else is going on?
Oh, I don't know. Like I said, in March we have the photography class. We have the Panic at the Disco, Panic at the Disco.
You know,
and that's gonna
those
be
tickets at the Hanson Museum. I mean, they
Sold
went out
in
like that. They were
2-3
sold out.
days,
I know
yes,
it.
they
Before
did.
they even advertised
I
it, they were
know,
sold.
I
I
know.
called someone about something else. Did you get your tickets? I said no, and she lived in Logan, so I called right away, and they didn't have to even tell anything about it.
Yeah, I think what we're going to do is we're going to extend that, and we're going to have it maybe this summer at Fort Bissell.
Oh.
Have a different one.
Oh, that's a good idea.
And then maybe try to do it again, like at Huck Boyd or different places
sure.
and stuff like that, because the money that we make off these tickets, it goes to a charity that we choose, or not a charity, but a charity or an organization or something like
Sure.
that. So we're always trying to do things. Just like we're doing the Tabletoppers, it goes to the Majestic Theater. So trying to add more to our town, our community, and that's what we do. I mean, it's not all for us, so it's just kind of nice.
Well, yeah, but I got a ticket to the mysteries. I got it in time there.
Good.
2 days later, I would have been able to get it.
That's right. That's right.
It's amazing. So if you had it at Fort Bissell, would you have it kind of outside?
I don't know yet. We're gonna have to
The
talk to
yard,
Ruby and see what
yeah.
she wants to do, and have the meal and have it different, because you can order different scripts and you can have different things, and it's just fun to see who the killer is and different things. Last year was my first time ever going to one, and it was a lot of fun. And we have a lot of talented people here in Phillips County and people that come in. We have several. We have one coming from Waukene and one coming on the other side of Hayes and stuff. They're coming to this event. So we have travelers that are coming, tourists that are coming, and so that just kind of adds to it and bring them to Phillipsburg.
The people there solve the mystery. Is that what it is? Who are eating? Is that how that works, or how's that work?
We have characters, and then you kind of have to guess
Which one it is?
Yeah, because we have different things that this year we're going to have a dance off, so you're going to have to get your boogie out.
Oh.
And we're going to have that because we have awards, and then best dressed, and then best actor, best actress, and then best dancer.
Really?
So you get to have a trophy for that kind of stuff. So we have that, and then we have a trivia question during that time.
Okay.
And it's just going to be a lot of fun.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. The fundraiser and everything else. Of course, you don't. This is out here outside your realm with the casino. I'm going to have Tara on next week about the casino.
Good.
That's a big thing coming up. Do you like casinos? Are you a gambler?
No, I think I work too hard for my money, so I don't want to just give it away unless I'm guaranteed that I'm going to make that back, and there's no guarantee with gambling.
Yeah, I'm not much of a gambler either.
Yeah.
I don't bet on any sports or anything.
Yeah.
But
no, that's another thing that we do at Phillipsburg Chamber and Main Street and CVB is like we have the bingo machine, we have the casino stuff, we have that stuff that we donate to the people that want to do things, and like post prom and all them. That why not? I mean, we already have it, so why not let somebody else use it? So that's just the way we are.
The chamber used to have that a long time ago.
They did.
And
They did.
And I mentioned I won a trip to Las Vegas. Which is would be the only time I ever won anything. I think.
But what's neat about that, Tad, is that other people and other organizations can start playing off of that instead of it just being Chamber and CVB doing that kind of stuff. Because tell you what, I'm only one person and Tammy's only one person, and we're both over 50 this year. So it's kind of like, we need some help. But
over 50.
Over 50. I'm 50 in 6 months.
Well,
50 and a half.
Add 40 to that in 6 months for me there.
Well.
Someone said, "You're gonna have a big party on their 90th?" I said, "I don't think so. We'll see what happens." So.
We should have a party for Tad.
Yeah.
Who's all in? Give me a call. So let's have a big party.
Yeah, well, it was, yep. I didn't realize you both. Tammy probably wouldn't like you saying that.
She's older than I am, so I can throw her under the bus.
You heard
So
you heard it here, but not for me.
She won't care.
Okay.
We neither one of us look 50, so we're okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to share with us this
Oh,
morning?
probably, but we're just kind of rambling and talking today, so we're good.
Oh, good.
Let Anna get on here about her cookies.
Okay,
So.
I'll get her on. We'll do some that, but we'll see. I never kept track. I'll look there during the break and see if I can find on there what 6 weeks means if you see it. And were you here and I told them that I've actually been to Punxsutawney?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I drove down from I-40. We were on our way back from the east, and I came a different way and went. I said, "Let's go down." We said Punxsutawney, so we drove down there.
Wow.
Went out to where. Now it's not really held in Punxsutawney. Oh. It's held outside in a little town or something. I don't know what they got it. It's a Glade or something, So that's where they bring the critter up and.
So where have you not been?
There's several people.
You love to drive, don't you?
Yes. Yeah. Well, in the United States, there's not very many people, not very many places I haven't been.
Wow, that's amazing. Because for a girl that's not been very many places, that's pretty amazing.
Okay, all right. Well, but it was neat, and it's a big. I was saying you ought to start something like that for Phillipsburg. I'll say the chamber.
Are you going to take care of the groundhog?
Yeah, I'll take care of the groundhog.
Okay.
I'll dress up like a groundhog and I'll see if she says, "Okay." As you say, we're rambling this morning. That's fun. That's why I like doing this. So we can talk about stuff.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
All right. We're going to be talking with Anna about how to decorate, or she's going to have a class on how to decorate Valentine cookies after we take this break.
At Phillips County Health Systems, patient-centered excellence is more than a goal. It's a mission. And that's why we continue to be one of the top critical access hospitals in the country. We care for members of our community through all stages of life, providing quality health care, innovative rehabilitation therapies, and convenient access to specialists. It's the kind of care our patients should expect, the kind of care you deserve, the kind of care provided at Phillips County Health Systems.
Prairie Horizon Agri-Energy is now Amber Wave. We are transforming our existing facility in Phillipsburg to turn 20 million bushels of wheat into domestically produced wheat protein for use in the food and feed-related industries. This investment in the community will come together in the summer of 2023 and is expected to add 50 new jobs to the local community. Learn more at amberwaveusa.com. Amber Wave, vital, reliable, sustainable.
The American dream has changed over the years, but Farmers National Bank has not. This is Jean Ann Wagner. Farmers National Bank has been backing the American dream for over 100 years. Tell us what you'd like to accomplish, and we'll work with you to achieve it. As we celebrate 100 years, it's never been about us. It's always been about our customers and their successes. That's the American dream. We're Farmers National Bank in Phillipsburg, Agra, Logan, Kensington, Stockton, and Atwood, member FDIC.
Olive Bovey Furniture and Appliance in Phillipsburg wishes you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Shop hometown, locally owned Olive Bovey for the holidays. Find savings on Lazy Boy recliners, sofas and love seats, Whirlpool, Maytag, Amana, and KitchenAid appliances. And Forever Bedding, Justice, and Restonic Bedding, and bedroom furniture. Olive Bovey also offers one of the region's largest selection of floor covering. They thank you for making 2021 a great year. Olive Bovey Furniture and Appliance, West Highway 36 in Phillipsburg.
Protection is important, especially when you're talking about your dreams, which is why we're going to keep you covered with plans that can save you up to 23% when you bundle your home and auto. That's protection.
At Phillips County Health Systems, patient-centered excellence is more than a goal. It's a mission. And that's why we continue to be one of the top critical access hospitals in the country. We care for members of our community through all stages of life, providing quality health care, innovative rehabilitation therapies, and convenient access to specialists. It's the kind of care our patients should expect, the kind of care you deserve, the kind of care provided at Phillips County Health Systems.
Prairie Horizon Agri-Energy is now Amber Wave. We are transforming our existing facility in Phillipsburg to turn 20 million bushels of wheat into domestically produced wheat protein for use in the food and feed-related industries. This investment in the community will come together in the summer of 2023 and is expected to add 50 new jobs to the local community. Learn more at amberwaveusa.com. Amber Wave, vital, reliable, sustainable.
And back on the Tadpoll, Anna Schremmer's joined us. Before we look about Valentine cookies and what she's going to be telling everyone, you did some research. What about the groundhog?
Yes.
What did you get on the groundhog?
Well, he sees his shadow. If he sees his shadow, then we have 6 more weeks of winter, which he did this morning. But, you know, I kind of wonder, we had sun here, someplace else has clouds, so, you know.
All right, yeah.
But and then if he doesn't see his shadow, then am I getting this backwards? The opposite is you have an early spring, but it doesn't say anything about 6 weeks of it. It just have an early spring.
But you need to see a shadow, so we're going to have 6 more weeks of winter.
Yeah.
But they got terrible weather back there now with all that
do.
ice and everything.
They do.
Wow.
Yeah, it had a couple other interesting things here. You said that it was a newspaper editor in 1887 that started this.
Wow.
And it came from an Eastern European celebration, and what it was a celebration about midway between winter and spring. And so that's where they came up with this. Also, it says that the farmers were using the mammals that hibernate because they would kind of come out, and this indicated to them that spring was going to be early or something. But the scientists said, the science behind all of this is that they're just looking for mates. When they came out.
Really? Okay.
So it had nothing to do with an early spring, early whatever.
That makes sense. Wow.
So I thought it was kind of interesting, but the scientific part of it was that they were actually
and how accurate is it? Did you get that?
40% accuracy.
Well,
so it's not bad, but it's not half.
You can do that about anything.
Right.
Really, you know.
But and it depends on the what part of the country you're in or where you're at.
Sure.
So, but it's an interesting holiday. It's not really a holiday, but people do celebrate it. So.
Groundhogs, there many groundhogs around here? I used to see more groundhogs. Didn't they have the burrows?
Yeah.
I used to see those burrows.
They're bigger than some of the ones that we have. Oh, prairie dogs, right. Yeah, we have a lot of prairie dogs around here. So, yeah, and moles, you see those in your yard and stuff.
Yeah.
So
really? Okay, so I know there's used to be up around Alma, around the dam, there were a lot of I don't know whether they're groundhogs. You go by there and they'd be up looking around. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about Valentine. And that's coming up.
Yes, really fast.
12 days.
12 days, that's right.
And the cookies, and that's the thing. Is that kind of a tradition, cookies?
Well, it kind of is. Sugar cookies in the shape of a heart or cakes in the shape of a heart a lot of times are given to somebody that you want them to know that you really like them, or to your lover, or to your spouse or girlfriend, boyfriend. that's kind of another tradition. Usually sugar cookies are at Christmas time, but that class wasn't able to go, so we switched it to Valentine's Day.
Okay.
So that's why
You did that.
we're doing it here at Valentine's
Well, I remember
Day.
school. We did. You always kind of hoped you'd get a Valentine from someone, and I never did.
Me neither. I don't know what it was.
Every year I mentioned this before. I wanted one from Sue Green, and I never got a May basket or a Valentine or anything from Sue Green. I don't know where she is now, but she never. But anyway.
Well, my husband was never one to give flowers, and it was in the middle of basketball season, and I was busy with FCCLA activities, which we were given balloons and everything around school, and Valentine's Day wasn't much,
anyway,
but
so,
it can be fun, I guess.
It sure can, and my wife was not she was not a baker. She did not bake. She never baked a cake. She never baked. So we always got them at the bakery, I think. Anyway, okay, go ahead. So you have a class coming up on how to do this.
Yes, I do have a class coming up, and it is the day before Valentine's Day, so that makes it February the 13th. Yeah. And it will be over at Logan at the Hanson Plaza. And hopefully it will be a go. With the weather will be good and everything. But, we encourage you to come out. Families can come. You can bring your kids. If you want to have you and your spouse, I've had several of those sometimes take those classes.
Okay, wow.
And you can bring your spouse, decorate a special cookie for him and him for her, So it can be a fun class, and yet if you want to do this and then surprise them, that can be you can do that too. What you'll do is you'll get a dozen of cookies.
And you make the cookies?
Yes.
Boy, you're busy then, aren't you?
Yes.
Wow.
The last time, not this Christmas, but the Christmas before, I made 20 dozen, and so hopefully I usually around 16 different participants are in the class, and they'll each get a dozen cookies. So
is that still available, or I guess if someone is watching this, I like to do that. They can call a Hanson and see if that's available.
Right. And I think there's room, but call and they can tell you about it. So, but we'll be using different things. I'll provide the sugar cookies. I'll provide frosting. Two different kinds. I'll have royal frosting, and then I also have the buttercream frosting. So if you don't like one or want to try and see if you can do the royal frosting, sometimes it looks kind of intimidating. It's not quite as bad as what it might be. It's not as hard. A lot of people just like buttercream. So one of the things we do ask, if you want to put candies on your cookies, then you bring your candies, because I might have a few there, but I don't know if you like everything.
I don't like anything else on it. Just
a lot of people are that way, yes. And if you want, I will have decorating bags and some tips there too. But if you have some at home and want to use those so you don't have to try to share with other people, you're more than welcome to bring them. Just make sure that you keep them at your spot, and if you loan them to somebody, that you get them back. But
when they're decorating, do they sometime sneak a bite?
Oh yes, that's half the fun.
That's part of it.
Yes, half the fun. So. And then you'll want to bring a storage container, something to take your cookies home in.
You get to take them home once you have left, if you haven't eaten them all.
If you haven't eaten them all. I know at Christmas time, there was a mom that had her 2 children there. I don't think they had a cookie left to take home.
Several years ago, we were in Texas with all the family, everyone was together. And they made cookies and we decorated. I had a ball.
Yeah.
It didn't look very good, but the product eating was very good, because I made sure I put a lot of frosting on it,
Yes.
But you put names on them and stuff, and
yes. They have so much ingredients now, or things that you can use. They have edible writing pens. They've got, different glitter. They've got stencils. You know, I look at some of those cooking shows and watch them and think, oh, I really need to get that. So I get online and then I look at the price and think, oh, no, not not for one class. But
so if anyone's still interested, they can find out if they're still, because you wouldn't want someone not having any cookies showing up.
Right,
not have enough cookies for the people. Now, when is it end?
It's the February the 13th. It's the day before Valentine's Day, so they should be nice and fresh. And yeah, and it's, you know, you don't have to worry about them being like what you see in the pictures, because it's made with love. You're doing it, and that's the main part of it. So
yeah, okay. So anything else you want to share this morning? You're gonna be doing. I see, Deb, you scheduled way into the fall on stuff. I saw on that. Yeah.
Yes, I do probably 4 classes a year for the Hanson Museum, and which is just about right now that I'm retired. I can pick and choose when. This was kind of a makeup class from last year because there was just too many things going on, and at Christmas time, I don't know, somehow it just didn't work out this year. So and the next class, of course, then after that is scones, and that's going to be March the 14th.
Wow, we'll have to talk about scones too.
Yes, we've had a lot of requests for it. I've done that class several times, but it keeps coming back. People want to know how to do scones. And then I'm not sure exactly on all the dates, but we will be doing, I was trying to think what the other one is. I know at Christmas time we're going to be making chocolate cocoa bombs. We're going to try that this year.
Cocoa bombs? I have no idea what a cocoa bomb is.
Well, it's chocolate, and then you put cocoa, you know, you mix a hot cocoa drink, but that, like Nestle's Quick and stuff, you put that inside and then put some marshmallows in, and then you put a top on it, chocolate top, and then you put it in a cup and pour hot milk over it, and it's really good. So I gave some to neighbors and friends this year for Christmas, just because I was experimenting with them, and I hope they enjoyed them. My kids really liked them.
Now, anyone coming to the Valentine, they don't have to bring anything except containers and something. I mean, you furnish all the food.
Right. I'll have the cookies there. I'll have the frosting. Do different kinds of frosting, and I'll have bags there for them to use, colors, the different decorating colors that you can use. And I'll have some candies, not a whole lot, so if you want to put candies on it. Some people like to put those conversation hearts on, which you can. I find those things really hard. Either that or my teeth are getting old. I'm not sure which, but some people really like those, and some people like red hot. So, you know, some people like to put chocolate on top, you know, those little chocolate hearts and stuff you can get. Any of those things are fine.
So it's $25, but where can you get a dozen decorated Valentine cookies for $25? You know,
and a lot of fun.
All right, very good. Okay.
I remembered my other class. Actually, I found it on here. We're going to make homemade ice cream. I had done that earlier at a couple years ago, and we've had a lot of requests to have that done again. So that's in April.
Okay, question. Is it taste better if you've had to crank it than if you put it in the refrigerator or have an electric thing on it? I always said it tastes better.
Yeah.
The paddle was better and everything. If you had to
I think when you have to work for it, I think it really tastes a lot better.
Yeah.
But, you know, I'm an ice cream lover. Any kind of ice cream's great. All of the, in fact, I got this for Christmas, was the ice cream maker that goes on your KitchenAid. So
really,
you freeze it. It's like the gel freezers. You freeze it and then you put it on and put your ice cream mix in, and it freezes. So I wanted those for quite a while, and I finally got one for Christmas.
I cranked a lot of ice cream out there. I still got one. I have an electric too. And we went to an electric thing, went like that. That's it. Really, nothing like homemade ice cream.
Went to a sale and they had a little one. That's what we used at college. We were
Well, you must like ice cream if you have it at college.
Well, it was a class that we took.
Okay.
When I was there, we did they had kitchens, kitchen labs, and we did different things, and we learned why you have to use salt and on the ice, and we had learned a lot of the scientific things about making ice cream. That was just one class, but they had the tiniest little ice cream freezers, and it made maybe a pint. And I've always wanted to have one of those. Well, at a sale, there was one, and it's hand crank, so that's the only hand crank I have.
Well, that's amazing there. And of course, real quick, they always told me you use salt because when ice melts, it turns colder. Is that why?
Yes, exactly right.
It gets colder.
It gets colder, pulls the heat out, and it seems strange when you say heat out of the milk, but because the milk and everything is cold already, but it's not to the frozen stage, so it pulls the heat that's still in that.
Wow.
So that's the scientific part.
Well, okay, well, thank you. I know last time you were on I think you had a cat, a purple cat on. But they got the win 2 weeks ago. So what about the other night? Did you watch the game?
Oh yes.
Yeah, you have ESPN Plus, so you got it. I don't have it, and that's a sore point with me, is having to pay to watch these games.
Oh yes. Well, and I don't like it where they switch channels because I have ESPN Plus, but I don't have FX2, and a lot of times they put them on there, and so. But yes, I usually will go through my computer and find YouTube, and then it's free that way. So
I got on the phone, and every once in a while I'd see what the score was, and so the one night my sons, one was happy, one was not happy, and then the last night the other one was happy, and the other one was unhappy, So it's one for 1-1 now. So,
1-1.
All right.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, all of those, and you can, I really like Coach Tang. I really like his philosophy and the way he's trying to get the kids the students and everybody to love K-State, not hate the opponent. And I think that's a good philosophy because it's okay, to cheer for your team but to tear the other team down, it doesn't do any good.
No, I like. He's really done a great job there, I think, and everything. Okay. Well, I appreciate. I know you made it through the fall with all the prescriptions. I talked to a lot of people. There were a lot of changes in prescriptions. I'm getting stuff in the mail still on that kind of stuff. Yes. You were busy, weren't you?
Yes, I was very busy, and I still get calls from people of different things. And I still help people that are new to Medicare, because it's just really confusing, and it's hard to know if you're doing things right. But the thing is, to be a good consumer, you need to understand what you're buying, and sometimes that's not easy to do, and with special.
You saved me money.
Yes, and
quite a bit of money with prescription things. Okay. Next week we're going to talk about the casino coming up, and again, maybe we should keep track of the weather this year and see what it's like 6 weeks from now, and see if the groundhog's right. And Sue Green, if you're watching, you can bring me a Valentine cookie. I have no idea where Sue is. We used to, she never came back to our class reunions or anything. I always looked forward to it. Okay. That's kind of an inside joke with a lot of people. Okay, we'll see you next Thursday morning at 9 o'clock on the Tadpoll. Thanks for joining us, and stay warm.